10 News Pinpoint Weather Report is sponsored by Anderson Plumbing, Heating and Air. Nobody wows clients like we do.
It is Sunday, and today's shaping up to be an almost perfect beach day. Our temperatures really can't get much better, and plus, we're going to see a little bit more sun than we got yesterday. Now, I spent a lot of my forecast yesterday talking about how stubborn the clouds would be. Much better off today. Then throughout the week, we're going to notice ourselves getting warmer and warmer. The ringler is going to be diminished over the next few days, and plus, we even have a chance of thunderstorms, and I'll also touch on Hurricane Erin. Right now, the coastline looks like this. This is a live look at the Hoya, and San Diego sitting at 66 degrees. Seeing lots of sweater weather out there, plenty of 60s in the mix, but overall stuff is going to clear out a little bit faster than yesterday. You can see the way those clouds are just going away, so that marine layer is going to mix out as early as really the next couple hours for a lot of places. But if you're right next to the water, within a mile or two of the beach, it could take until about maybe 11 or 12 today. But overall, building up to a beautiful day. You're going to see a mix of sun and clouds on the coast. San Diego is going to reach up to 72. Inland highs are going to be closer to 80. Same deal for the mountains. Then the deserts today are going to reach up into more triple digits. So highs today generally a little bit below our seasonal averages, but that's going to start to change as we get to the middle of the week. Once we get to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we're going to feel the influence from this area of high pressure. Imagine a big bubble or a dome of warm air that's going to keep us a little warmer, and stuff is also going to feel kind of humid because we're going to see monsoon moisture. So we're going to see high humidity air coming up from Mexico that brings humidity to just about the entire county, but for the mountains and the deserts, it could create a small chance of showers and thunderstorms. I'll touch on that more in a second, but first, I want to talk about Hurricane Erin. It's been downgraded over the past 24 hours. Right now, it's a Category 3, and this storm has been all over the place. It started on Friday as Category 1, bounced up to Category 5 yesterday, back down to Category 3. Wind speed still at 125 miles per hour. We're seeing places like Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands that are now feeling the impacts of wind and rain as those outer rain bands sweep through. Main concerns here, aside from the wind damage, is the potential for 4 to 6 inches of rain to fall. Easy in those conditions to have things like mudslides. It could strengthen back up to a Category 4, and as it makes its way towards the east coast, it takes a turn. It curves to the northeast, and it's staying a few hundred miles off the coast. So you may have some impacts from those outer rain bands in places like the Carolinas that stick out more, but in the east coast, the main concern here is going to be on the water, potentially life-threatening rip currents, things of that nature right along the water, and that threat really extends to parts of Canada as it makes its way north. But we are heading into peak hurricane season. This was just the first hurricane that we've seen so far. Peak activity expected in September, so we'll have to keep a close eye on this stuff moving forward. But back here at home, San Diego is nice the entire week. A lot of kids are heading back to school. Really nice mild weather, especially for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then on Thursday, when we start to feel that warm up, San Diego is going to be at almost 80 degrees by Friday and Saturday. And that same warm up is going to make things feel real hot for our inland neighborhoods. As I mentioned, stuff is not only going to be hot. We're not only seeing 90s for our inland neighborhoods for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's also going to be humid because of that monsoon moisture. So stuff is definitely going to feel tropical. For the mountains and the deserts, main concern here with that chance of thunderstorms would be dry lightning, because you certainly don't want to add to the wildfire risk because those lightning strikes can cause brush fires. And then in the deserts, high of 104 today turns to 114 by Thursday.